Hello friends, welcome to Pre-Facts Corner series discussion. In this video lecture discussion, we are going to cover important topics like Talamadale, Gateway Lunar Orbiting Outpost, landlocked developing countries, pangolins, and International Atomic Energy Agency. Our first important article of this discussion is Talamadale. Recently, the traditional art of Talamadale, which is a variant of Yakshagana theatre, has gone visual in times of COVID-19. The word Talamadale is derived from the word Tala, that is symbol, and Madale, the drum. It is an ancient form of dance practiced in southern India and the coastal Malnad regions of Karnataka and Kerala. It is a variation of Yakshagana theatre. Unlike the Yakshagana performance in the conventional Talamadale, the artists sit across in a place without any costumes and engage in testing their oratory skills based on the episode chosen. While music is common for both Yakshagana performance and Talamadale, the latter is only spoken word without any dance or costumes. Talamadale is an art form minus dance, costumes, and stage convention. About Yakshagana, it is a traditional theatre form of Karnataka and Kerala. It is a temple art form that depicts mythological stories and Puranas. This temple art is performed with massive headgears, elaborate facial makeup, and vibrant costumes and ornaments. Usually recited in Kannada, it is also performed in Malayalam as well as Tulu, which is the dialect of South Karnataka. Yakshagana is performed with percussion instruments like Shenda, Mardalam, Jagatta, and Chakratala or Ilathalam, which are small cymbals. Next article is on Gateway Lunar Orbiting Outpost. Recently, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration (NASA) has finalized the contract to design the habitation and logistic outpost for its Gateway Lunar Orbiting Outpost. What is Gateway Lunar Orbiting Outpost? It is a small spaceship that will orbit around the moon, meant for astronaut missions to the moon and later for expeditions to Mars. It will act as a temporary office for astronauts by providing living quarters for astronauts, a lab for science and research, pods for visiting spacecraft, among others. The unique feature of the gateway is that it can be moved to other orbits around the moon to conduct more research. It is led by NASA in collaboration with commercial and international partners. They are Canada, Europe, and Japan. It is expected to play a major role in NASA's Artemis program after 2024. The Artemis is a crewed spaceflight program of NASA that has the goal of landing the first woman and the next man on the moon, specifically at the lunar South Pole region by 2024. Next article is on landlocked developing countries. Recently, the United Nations has warned in a statement that economic and social conditions in many landlocked developing countries, often the poorest in the regions, are worsening rapidly due to COVID-19 lockdown measures and international restrictions on the movements of goods and people. The impacts of pandemic, global lockdown, and global recession will likely halt or potentially even reverse landlocked developing countries' progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals and aspirations included in the Vienna Program of Action for the Landlocked Developing Countries for 2014 to 2024. At present, 32 countries belong to the group of landlocked developing countries. 16 are located in Africa, 12 are in Asia, 2 are located in Latin America, and the rest 2 in Central and Eastern Europe. The landlocked developing countries include Afghanistan, Botswana, Ethiopia, Mongolia, Nepal, Rwanda, South Sudan, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. The Vienna Program of Action was adopted by the international community in recognition of the complex challenges facing landlocked developing countries and their special development needs. Next article is on pangolins. Recently, China has accorded the pangolin the highest level of protection and removed the scales of the pangolin from its list of approved traditional medicines. About pangolins. India is home to two species of pangolin. While the Chinese pangolin is found in northeastern India, the Indian pangolin is distributed in other parts of the country as well as Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. Both these species, that is Chinese pangolin, Indian pangolin, are protected and are listed under the Schedule 1, Part 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 and under Appendix 1 of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. According to IUCN Conservation Status, the Indian pangolin is listed as endangered, whereas Chinese pangolin is listed under critically endangered. Our last important article of this discussion is International Atomic Energy Agency. The United Nations Nuclear Watchdog International Atomic Energy Agency's governing body began meeting as a row brews over Iran's refusal to allow access to two sites where nuclear activity may have occurred in the past. About International Atomic Energy Agency. It is an international organization that seeks to promote the peaceful use of nuclear energy and to inhibit its use for any military purpose, including nuclear weapons. Its headquarters is situated in Vienna, Austria, and established as an autonomous organization on 29th July 1957. Though established independently of the United Nations through its own international treaty, the International Atomic Energy Agency reports to both the United Nations General Assembly and the United Nations Security Council. The agency serves as an intergovernmental forum for scientific and technical cooperation in the peaceful use of nuclear technology and nuclear power worldwide. Quick revision of the discussion. Talamadale is a variant of Yakshagana theatre, is an ancient form of dance practiced in southern India in the coastal Malnad regions of Karnataka and Kerala. The Gateway Lunar Orbiting Outpost is a small spaceship that will orbit around the moon, meant for astronaut missions to the moon and later for expedition to Mars. It is led by NASA in collaboration with commercial and international partners. They are Canada, Europe, and Japan. The Vienna Program of Action was adopted by the international community in recognition of the complex challenges faced by landlocked developing countries and their special development needs. India is home to two species of pangolin. They are protected under the Schedule 1, Part 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, Appendix 1 of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. And according to IUCN conservation status, the Indian pangolin is listed as endangered, whereas the Chinese pangolin is listed as critically endangered. The International Atomic Energy Agency is an international organization that seeks to promote the peaceful use of nuclear energy and to inhibit its use for any military purpose, including nuclear weapons. Thank you for watching.